Chapter 1. A New Beginning After Years of Saving and Sacrificing. I finally bought my dream house, a modest but beautiful two-story home in a quiet suburban neighborhood. It was a sunny Saturday morning when the moving truck rolled in, and my friends and I started unloading boxes filled with memories, hopes, and plans for the future. Laughter filled the air as we worked, excited about this new chapter. Little did I know, a storm was brewing just across the street behind the blinds of house number 12, where a certain HOA board member named Karen kept a constant, suspicious watch. Chapter 2. The watchful eyes of Karen had a reputation in the neighborhood. She was the self-declared guardian of the HOA rules, roaming the block like a hall monitor in a middle school. As we moved in, she stood with crossed arms on her front porch, glaring at every box we carried inside. At first, I thought nothing of it. Maybe she was just curious. But the longer she watched, the more uncomfortable it became. She scribbled in a notebook and snapped pictures with her phone. By the time we carried the third set of furniture inside, she had disappeared from her porch. I brushed it off, unaware that she just dialed 911. Chapter 3. Sirens and accusations. Just as we were setting up my new living room, sirens pierced the peaceful afternoon. 2 police cars pulled up in front of my house. My heart dropped. Officers stepped out, hands resting near their holsters, asking me to step outside. Confused and nervous, I complied. Karen came storming over, waving her phone, yelling, "That man is robbing the Johnsons. They're on vacation. I've lived here for 12 years and I've never seen him before." The officers looked at each other, clearly caught off guard. I calmly reached into my pocket and handed them the deed and ID that matched the address. Chapter 4. Truth unfolds. The officers took one look at my documents, then at me, embarrassment clear on their faces. They apologized and asked Karen to step aside. One officer even helped carry a box inside to make up for the chaos. Karen, flustered and red-faced, stammered about protecting the neighborhood and claimed she was just doing her duty. I tried to keep my cool, but the humiliation lingered. What should have been one of the happiest days of my life had turned into a public scene because someone couldn't mind her own business, or, worse, couldn't see past her own assumptions. Chapter 5. The aftermath. Word spread fast in the neighborhood. Some neighbors came over later that evening to welcome me and apologize for Karen's behavior. Apparently, this wasn't her first misunderstanding. The HOA president himself stopped by and sheepishly admitted they'd been trying to rein her in for months. I decided not to press charges, choosing peace over escalation, but I made it clear I wouldn't tolerate harassment. Karen, for her part, avoided me like the plague after that day, though I often caught her peeking through her blinds. Chapter 6. Home. At last, a few weeks later, the house finally felt like home. Pictures were hung, the garden was planted, and the echo of that siren-filled day had faded. I made friends with several neighbors and even joined the HOA board myself, partly to keep an eye on Karen, but mostly to be a fair voice in the community. The experience taught me that new beginnings don't always come easy. But with a little resilience and the right paperwork, truth has a way of shining through. Karen still watches, but now so do I.